and light. Awesome. Alright, so we are live. So once again, this is Story Cube Card Saturday. And I'm not sure what we're going to do today. It's all going to depend on the cubes. I don't have any like last week we had the pre-card base idea. Which last week we rolled the apple, the moon, and the question mark. And we ended up doing this card. And this is, I had the idea that I wanted to do this card shape, but I think we might just do a normal card base. I'm not sure yet. So let's go ahead and roll and see what we get out of these story cubes. Hopefully we don't get the moon and apple again. Alright, so the question mark, a tall building, and the, I can't think of the name, it's the calculator. Do you know what it's called?
What is it?
It's a something with this at the end.
Abacus?
Abacus, yes.
Wow.
Well, I was thinking Abu. And
But, wow, okay. Yes, it's an abacus.
yes. It's a calculator. Alright, so I think, well, it would just make sense to do the tall cars because it has a tall building. So let's do that. And a calculator and a question mark. This is going to be one puzzling card. Let's look through our stamps, because that's always a great start. Let's go ahead and move this a little bit so I can get in my bucket. And then we'll see what we got. I don't think I have anything math related. That would be quite strange if I did. Let's see. I could do like school related. That's kind of... a school related card. Or there's the count your rainbows, not your thunderstorms. Because you count. We're really thinking today, guys. Gotta move you just a bit more. Just so I can get in here a little easier. I'm not sure. I think that's what we're going to end up going with. So if we do a tall card, of want to find a different sentiment because we already used that one for a challenge. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oops. That's not what I wanted. There. We already used her. And that wouldn't fit anyways, so there's no need to have her out. Because, I mean, we could do a school version, but I feel like that's not quite in the same ballpark. We need like a pun. Probably little girls are mostly Christmas, really. Let's see. None of those really fit. So I have like bingo. That wouldn't quite work either. I don't know what is considered math for a card. I think that sentiment is the closest. Got some wooden stamps though to check. Do like an Einstein card with a white fluffy mustache. Alright, so let's check the rubber stamps. See what we got here. Maybe something will jog some creativeness. We're thinking, well, you like, you count time for music, but do you do that with a calculator? I do too. This one's real puzzling, guys. Let's see what we got here. Oh no! My stream health is yellow. That's not good. Hopefully it's not cutting in and out for you guys. I am thinking that we're gonna have to wing it. Oh, my blocks are coming out. Yes, we're gonna wing it. 'Cause I'm not quite sure. Actually, let me look through my paper stack. Oh, shoot. Things are sticking. Not good. Because we have the Four Seasons pack, which has, you know, school stuff in it. I'm not sure if it has a calculator in it, though. Let's see. Calculator. There's pencils. Nope. It's a gym lock. That's not quite gonna cut it. Let's see. I have the Three Seasons pack as well. So maybe that has one in it. I'm pretty sure it's just books, though, if I can remember correctly. Gosh dang it. All my papers are right here. The bad thing about the ornament box is that the papers get stuck. All these little butterflies are just floating everywhere. Actually, that looks kind of interesting. There we go. You get to see all the paper. This is the Best of Basic Gray. I don't know what brand it is. Maybe that is the brand. It is. So it's the best of their brand. See, like, there's some school papers. That might have to do. Oh, that's just repeats. Okay, so we'll leave that open. And then let's check and see if this has any good school related. Yeah, see, it's just books. Or there's like a grading scale. You might do that. Actually. I think that is the closest related I can get. Any other cool school items? Not that I see. Alright, so we have that. We're going to do a tall card for the skyscraper. And then what shall we do for the question mark? Last time we went literally and just put question marks all over our page. So should we do that again, or should we make something up? I think we're going to end up just making something up. Because I can't think of a literal question mark that would go with that, the kind of card that we're making. Just checking my papers to make sure there's nothing else good for this card. And then putting them back so we have room to work. Because we do not need all this in our way. Because it would just be a hassle. Okay, so we're going to do a tall card. Now the question is, what color should our card base be? Which I think we should do craft again. I really liked how that turned out. So let's do craft. I really like this craft cardstock. It's from Michaels. It's the Recollections brand. It's not too much more expensive than the Hobby Lobby brand, but it seems to be a much better quality. Alright, so don't know where my post-it note went with my measurements. We'll check around here and move you back a bit here. There we go. The camera must have fallen. We are just on a roll today. Aha! There we go. Okay, I don't think... Oh, here it is. The yellow was peeping out. I just found this piece of paper that has plus and minus, or like the multiplication and the addition signs. So we might end up adding that as well. Alright, so we need a 7 by 9. So let's pull out our wing here. A 9. Now this is this will fit in a business envelope. And then 7. And then we're going to score at 3.5. On the 7 side. And that will get us a card that fits in a business size envelope. It'll leave a little bit extra room. It doesn't quite fit, but it's a good enough size. Especially so that you have nice and even numbers to cut at. Alright, So now we're going to use this paper. And I think we're not going to use this sentiment because we already used it. So let's see what else we have. We can make a tag to put on it. No, those sentiments don't really go. So let's not do that. I think that what we're going to end up doing is kind of making our own. Maybe I have a sticker set that will go pretty well with a school theme. Alright, tons of stickers. It's my sticker box. Well, there's bicycles. Lots of bling. Not quite what I need. Some fall items. Some raindrops. That would have been good for our last card. And some mustaches. Not really what I'm looking for. Well, here's a little book that I made. I might add that. That was a long time ago. I think that is all. That's really along those lines that I'm thinking. Get all this back in the box. Just stuff it down in there. Alright, cool. I think thinking maybe I should put a mat down and then put this on. Or if this should be my mat. So I'm wondering how we're going to incorporate this piece of paper. If we are at all. Let's see. I don't think I have anything in my little goodie bag from previous projects. Got balloons. That doesn't quite work. Yeah, none of these are really ringing a bell. Okay. So I think I'm going to do a mat and then put on a few of these cutouts. And I think we're just going to pick a random, for our question mark, I'm just going to pick a random piece of paper out of here. So I'm just going to let my fingers do the work. And we have orange. Okay. That's quite the brightest color there. Well, it goes well with this orange, so. Alright, let's make a mat. Orange. Orange with craft. That's going to be interesting. So we're going to do 6 3/4. And I totally cut that wrong. Oops. My bad. We're going to make it work though, because it's 9 1/2, so that's not too bad. It's just going to be an interesting mat. It's not even the right measurements. Alright, so this has to be 3. Since we have 9, that's 8 1/2. So then we'll do 3. So that way it's a little bit more even of a border. So that way it's 1/2 inch all around instead of being 1/4 of an inch and then 1/2 inch. Just so it's a little bit more cohesive. And then we're going to go ahead and put this mat down. With some glue. I'm just going to use my liquid adhesive. just like that. This is going to be a very vibrant card. That orange doesn't look too bad with the craft though, so that's good. And then I think what we shall do is put some of these down, cut them apart. Just a few of them. Give them a little bit of interest in the background. And then I think we're going to use a little girl stamp that has the books underneath her. I'm not quite sure what she's called at the moment. I think that green will look good too. Maybe even the pink. And this will be a good way to use up this scrap. Just to get it used up. So we're going to do this pink in the corner. And the green. Which, I mean, it's poetry, but it works. It still kind of goes with the theme. Maybe it'll just be a thank you card. Because none of my sentiments really go well. Let's cut that apart. Oops. And I'm just going to arrange them something like this. And then put the little girl on top. So let's do this orange one first, since it's the one that's closest to the card. That way we can just slide it in there without really moving much. And then we'll do the pink one. Oops. Everything's flying away. And then this one has an edge, so I'm going to make sure to put it right on the edge of the card. Like that. Just so it lines up a little better. And then this green one is really intact, so we're going to make sure this one and the bottom one shows more than the other ones. And then we'll put this bottom one on. Then we'll go ahead and color up the little girl image. My glue is almost empty. Hopefully it holds out on us. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp out our image. Oops. Let's find her first. I think her name's Emma. I'm not quite sure. She's missing in action. I'm not sure where she's hiding. I mean, she has to be in here. I don't know where else she would be. Oh, she's right here. Okay, so this is, Book Abigail. That's her name. I think I'm going to use StazOn. And I might do colored pencils. I think that will... Oops. That's the other piece of paper. I used the new colored pencils that I got. That was in my haul video. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Go ahead and ink her up. And she is sometimes a little hard to get all those grooves. So make sure to ink her up real well. And she's CC Designs. She's one of the really old ones, really. She might have been retired, actually, if I remember correctly. Daniel's moving around in the background.
Not like everybody's there to hear me.
If they watch later, don't be mean.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you post them, don't you?
Yes. I do post them. People seem to watch them more after, which it might just be the time. I mean, it's like, I know I have a lot of subscribers from the UK, and they're normally in bed by now, because it's like 3 a.m. Alright, so let's see. This is my first time breaking into these pencils, so hopefully they're all sharpened. I feel like we should do... Gosh, there's a ton of pencils. Okay. Lots of choices. First, let's make sure they're all out. Gosh, they're getting stuck. Okay, so let's see. This one's correct. Lame. We shall do. Is this a brown? Light brown. We'll do that for her hair. And I think we should do maybe green for the books. We'll do a bright green and a spring bud. Okay. It's an interesting colored name, but and maybe a blue as well. Dark blue. And then for her hair, I already said brown. So is there a darker? What color is that? Light brown. This one's like even lighter than that one. Dark brown. Looks almost black. Then maybe we'll do orange for her bow. It's not really a skin color. Maybe this yellow ochre. Maybe that'll look like a skin tone. There's metallics though. I mean, that's cool, but I don't think that she would be metallic. That'd be quite weird. Really. Alright, so let's try that. And see how that does with that color palette. So let's start with the dark brown, which almost looks black. And we'll give her some shading just to get it started off. It's really not that dark. I might have to go in even darker. Kind of wonder what the light brown's gonna look like then. Let's see. It's almost the same shade. That's interesting. It's a little bit more of a vibrant tone, as the dark brown's a little bit more muted. Like this is warmer. I don't know. I think I like my alcohol markers better. Okay, so let's go ahead and do her bow. So I'm going to do that in orange, just so it matches the background a little bit. So we want her to fit in, but not too much. Okay. I totally forgot about her clothes. I don't know what color we're going to do that. We'll do the books first and then decide. The laptop's going to pick up everything there.
If you don't point it out.
They're going to wonder what the heck is going on. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to do one of the books in the green, and then the blue, and then stay. Probably a brown. Because the older books tend to be in those shades. And then we'll do brown and then blue. And then I think we'll do the bookmark as orange as well. Just so it kind of works together. And then blue. Stay. I think that's part of the book. I'm not sure. Really. We'll kind of darken it in these places right here, just to give it a little bit of a shade. Because like this probably would be lighter because I can see the light kind of shining on there. We'll go in here, a little bit of dark. Just to give it a little bit more dimension. Just like that. And let's see, hopefully this is a good skin tone. We'll try it on our hands first. That's really not a good skin tone. So I'm gonna have to pull up my original colors. Shame. Alright. My original colored pencils seem to be better. Figures. But it happens. I really don't like those. They don't seem to blend as well. So if you're looking at getting the Artist Loft colored pencils, I recommend not. They're not as good. Not that good at all. Okay, so let's add a little bit more brown from my original pencils. I mean, the color options are nice, but they just don't work as well. Okay. So maybe we should do probably black for her shoes, like they're Mary Jane's. Gonna give it a darker band on the bottom, because there's not much light over there. And then I think we'll do I don't know if I want to do a blue sweater. I think that would be kind of cute. Actually, let's do green. We're going to do a green sweater. So it's kind of like a sweater dress, really. That's what it looks like. And we'll do a little lighter shade, like right here, and then on her other arm. Just so it looks like there's a little bit of light going on that side. Well, let's do orange stockings. Just to give her a little bit more color. Don't forget the bookmark. And then we'll alternate orange and blue on her sweater. Like so. So let's do blue on both of those. Just like that. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and cut her out and put her on the card. Move those out of the way. Just gonna fussy cut her out. Her and the books. Gonna try and leave a minimal of white. just so she blends more into the background rather than. Actually, I might pop her up. That might look cute. She almost has like an orangey tint to her hair, which is quite interesting. It's like the browns tend to have, on the Artist Loft pencils, they are either orangey or more of a gray. Which it gave a really nice array of color, but I don't really like that when I do hair on images. She's a lot easier to cut out than most images, that's for sure. It's a lot more straight lines rather than, and like just curved, not skinny legs or really tiny hair bits floating everywhere. Alright, so here's our card so far. I want to put this on there, I think. So I've got to decide where I'm going to put my sentiment. Because that will really determine. I think that I'm going to need to pop her up. Because she's just getting lost. A little too lost. So I'm just going to use some foam tape. And I'm going to put some foam tape on the little book as well. Oops. Well, that'll work. There we go. So let's see how this looks. I think that'll look good. So let's go ahead and put her on that. It's kind of a mathy looking paper. Oops. Just gonna fold that foam tape in so you don't see it. And then we'll put the book on right next to her. Actually, I don't think I want that on that paper. Just like that. And then the book will go right beside her. I don't know if I want... See, there's so much open space right there. So if I put my sentiment there, it's fine. But it's a matter of where do I put it? Actually, that looks kind of good. Or maybe if we cut that off a bit. Let's try that. I kind of like her in the center, but okay. Go look on the screen and kind of decide. Because I think that will help me kind of judge. I actually kind of like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue those down. So we'll go right here, try and center it. And then we'll put the book right on the corner. Right there. And then I think what we'll do is actually let's see what we got here. There's like an orangey color bow. No. Put that right there maybe. That looks kind of cute. And then I'll probably just add a strip of orange to the inside here. Just to give it a little bit of something on the inside. Just like that. And then if I wanted to, I could put a sentiment up here, but I don't think I will. Just in case, so I can put a sentiment there when I want it. But that spot will be the sentiment. And then you can write whatever on the inside. So I think we're going to call this card done. I think it fills the requirements. Let's see, we had the tall building, the skyscraper, for the tall card. And then we had the question mark, which ended up being the color choice, which ended up being orange for the mat. And then we have the calculator, which ended up being the school theme, which is why she has some books and the school like report card. That's what they're called. So, and then the paper in the background that has the addition and multiplication signs. So I think it fits pretty well. Could even just cut this part off right here and make it into a bookmark. It'd be a really cute bookmark. Be a little bulky, but they flatten down. So I think that's always a good option to do when someone receives a card anyways, is just make it into a bookmark. Or put a bookmark, like a tag or something, in a little pocket, and then they can take it out. But there we have it. Our Story Cube Card Saturday Challenge. And here is our card. There will be a sentiment up here. I just don't need one right now. So it'll depend on who it's going to, what it will say. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And I hope you're having a crazy day. Not too crazy, good crazy, not bad crazy. And I'll see you guys later in the next video.